You ever watch someone work so perfectly that it almost feels unreal? Well, get ready because what you're about to see might be the most satisfying thing you'll watch all day. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into moments where workers do their jobs with such smooth skill that it feels like magic. From clean cuts to perfect timing, everything you're about to see will hit that sweet spot of pure satisfaction. So sit back, relax, and let's jump straight into it. There's something oddly calming about watching a razor-sharp industrial blade slice through solid metal like it's nothing more than a warm loaf of bread. This machine doesn't just cut, it glides, carving through steel with a smoothness that almost looks unreal. Sparks scatter around it like tiny fireworks, but the blade never hesitates, never slows down. The final cut drops into place with a clean, perfect edge, as if the metal was waiting to be shaped all along. It's raw power meeting flawless precision. Nothing screams industrial satisfaction more than a hydraulic press doing what it does best, compressing thick metal sheets like they're soft clay. The machine descends slowly at first, building tension, building pressure, then thud, a perfectly shaped imprint appears in the metal. No jagged corners, no uneven surfaces, just a smooth, intentional form that looks like it came straight from a digital model. It's almost therapeutic watching the press rise again, ready for the next piece as if it never put in any effort. Watching a huge agricultural harvester glide across a field is like witnessing efficiency in its purest form. Those massive rotating blades sweep through crops effortlessly, leaving behind neat rows of perfectly cut stalks. At the same time, the machine separates, sorts, and collects everything, turning a field of standing crops into organized yield within minutes. The machine moves with surprising grace, almost like a gentle giant that understands its purpose. There's an art to precision, and CNC machines have mastered it. A tiny drill bit spins at high speed, carving delicate yet complex patterns into thick metal. Shavings curl away like ribbons, falling off in perfect spirals. Every line, every cut is so exact that you'd think a designer sketched it by hand. By the time the drill lifts, the surface looks like something crafted by an artist rather than a machine. Conveyor belts don't get enough credit. Watch them long enough, and you realize they're the quiet backbone of almost everything around us. Raw parts glide in one direction, processed parts move in the other, and finished products appear at the final station, all coordinated with millisecond timing. Sensors beep, motors hum, and everything flows forward like a perfectly controlled river. Here's the future literally being built layer by layer. A concrete extruding nozzle moves along a programmed path, depositing smooth strips of material that rise into walls, corners, and entire structures. There's no rushing, no guesswork, just clean, consistent layers forming before your eyes. It feels like watching a real-life progress bar fill up, except the result is a physical building. Metal sheets enter a coating bath dull and lifeless, but they emerge glossy and reflective, like they're brand new. The paint applies in a uniform layer so smooth it almost looks photoshopped. Once the sheets pass through the drying chamber, the coating bonds perfectly, giving them a glass-like finish. Watching each piece transform so quickly is strangely addictive. Food machinery might be the most unexpectedly satisfying to watch. A massive dough roller flattens the mixture evenly, eliminating every bump and bubble. Then, a cutter slices identical shapes at lightning speed. Each piece falls into perfect alignment on the conveyor, no matter how fast the machine moves. From raw dough to finished treat, all in one fluid sequence that feels almost edible to watch. Most people never think twice about shoelaces, but watching them being made is strangely hypnotic. Threads feed through tiny metal guides, weaving and twisting together at high speed until a perfect braided cord appears. The machine adjusts tension automatically, keeping every strand evenly aligned. By the time the lace reaches the end, the aglet tips are already molded and sealed, creating a final product that looks so clean it's hard to believe it started as loose fibers just seconds earlier. This one is pure engineering magic. Tiny plastic pellets melt into a glowing tube, then compressed air blasts inside, shaping the softened plastic into a fully formed bottle in an instant. The transformation is almost cinematic, a flat piece of material becoming a hollow, clear container right before your eyes. As the bottle cools and hardens, it moves forward flawlessly, ready for labeling and filling. Each bottle identical, each one perfect. There's something deeply satisfying about watching food factories, and this ice cream line is no exception. Frozen cores drop into molds with rapid precision, then glide beneath a curtain of warm, melted chocolate that coats every inch flawlessly. A quick chill solidifies the shell before sticks are inserted at just the right moment. The timing is so perfect that no part of the process ever pauses, like a dessert symphony where every note hits exactly right. This machine takes delicate threads and turns them into decorative ribbons that look handcrafted. Multiple spools unwind at the same time as the machine intertwines colors and textures with absolute consistency. Tiny needles and hooks move so quickly they blur into streaks of motion. When the ribbon finally rolls out, it's smooth, elegant, and ready for wrapping, the kind of result that would take a human hours, but takes a machine only seconds. You're watching brute force meet perfect form. A thick sheet of metal enters flat and rigid, but by the time it passes between the rollers, it emerges smoothly curved or folded with remarkable accuracy. The metal bends not violently, but gracefully, guided by heavy rollers that deliver equal pressure across the entire surface. Its controlled strength and the smooth transition from flat to formed makes this machine incredibly satisfying to watch. Flip-flop and sneaker soles are made using powerful compression machines that shape soft foam into durable footwear. Sheets of rubbery material are placed into molds, then sealed shut as the press squeezes them into perfect contours. When the mold opens, fresh soles pop out in flawless pairs, their edges trimmed cleanly without any rough spots. It's simple, repetitive, and extremely satisfying to witness. Glass is delicate, but in the hands of the right machine, it becomes a canvas for precision. A sharp blade scores the sheet in perfect straight lines while jets of water cool the surface. Then, with a quick snap, the glass breaks cleanly along those lines. A polishing head smooths the edges until they shine like crystal. The final product looks pristine, a transformation from raw, fragile material to something clear and flawless. This machine turns simple wire into entire rolls of fencing with almost no effort. The metal wire twists, bends, and interlocks with perfect timing, forming the iconic diamond-shaped pattern. As each row links together, the fence grows longer and tighter, rolling neatly onto the spool. It's like watching a giant mechanical crochet hook creating metal fabric, endlessly satisfying and mesmerizing. Thick dough is fed into an extruder and pushed through tiny holes, creating long, perfectly uniform noodles. They fall in soft strands, steaming gently before being cut to length with a quick, rhythmic blade. The entire process is so smooth and consistent that you could watch it for hours. Every noodle looks identical, thin, clean, and ready to be cooked. This machine handles the delicate process of turning loose materials into fully assembled shoes. Uppers are pulled tight, soles are aligned, glue is applied with clean precision, and stitching machines tie everything together. The way each step flows into the next makes it feel less like manufacturing and more like choreography. By the time the shoe reaches the end of the line, it's fully formed, polished, sturdy, and ready to be worn. And that's a look at some of the world's most satisfying machines and tools. Perfect cuts, smooth moves, and flawless timing, all done with pure skill and precision. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which machine amazed you the most.